ninth way is having a digital agency. This is what I do. And let me tell you, it's not easy, but I enjoy it, and it's fairly prosperous of a thing to do. And so what you would do here is you would handle these responsibilities, these marketing and advertising responsibilities for companies, whether they be local, a hairdresser, a florist, or the biggest of the big. And you go in there and you say, okay, we can manage your search engine accounts better. We can manage your Facebook accounts, and they hire you to do so. So you've just launched your own agency. Once you educate yourself on how to do it, of course, I wouldn't recommend doing it without going through a lot of possibly trial and error on your own behalf. But all the content's out there that you can learn from. So there's an array of services you could provide, or you could focus on one thing. And then you have to find clients. You can advertise for them. I run ads on Google and Bing and Facebook for companies looking for agencies. And there's a lot of companies, believe it or not, just Googling that. Digital agency, finding a digital agency, finding a search engine agency, finding a social media agency. These are the phrases I advertise under. And they're not that competitive. They're somewhat competitive, but you'd be surprised, not as competitive as you would think. And so you can do that locally, or you can do it nationally. And probably people that haven't done it before, I would suggest locally. That way you can get with a company and say, look, we can do these things for you. It's going to cost you, $500 a month for this service, and they have to have a budget as well to spend. So there's an agency fee and then a budget for advertising, and then you make the advertising work for them, or not. A lot of agencies don't, but if you know what you're doing, you can make it work. But there's a lot that goes into it. This is a little bit more of an advanced type of thing to do, but I wanted to bring it up or put it in here because it's a big industry and there's a lot of need for it. But for companies, a lot of companies want to hire agencies to help with their marketing and advertising. So keep it in the back of your mind. Building your personal brand. That's kind of like, Evan Weber, internet marketing expert. Okay, so I want to work with this guy because they've seen my articles, they've seen my videos, they've seen I speak here, I speak there, I put all my content out there. So that's called building your personal brand. Once you do that, it'll bring you business. People just come to me now because they see me around, they see my stuff, and they like what they see, so they want to hire me. So I consider myself blessed to be in that position, and I strive to live up to it. And over time, it's taken me years, but now I finally, and it's never done. I do a lot of press releases, online press releases. I, post a lot. I help people, and it comes back eventually. Showcasing your work and is important. If you have clients and you do a good job for them, show it. Here's a case study. Here's what we did for such and such company. That goes a long way. And then we talked about local versus national. There's a lot of business for agencies on the local front because there aren't a lot of good local agencies. And so if you become a little agency and you can go do search for them or social media for them, every company needs search and social media. You can't tell me a company that doesn't need both of those things done really well. If they tell you they don't, then they're complete idiots. Because you always need a great search engine strategy to get more traffic, targeted traffic, and you need a good social media strategy to interact and build your audience. So there is upside there for everyone.